All right, welcome back, folks, to Age of Lemuria. I'm your host and master of ceremony, Lord Lucan. Oh, check me out on Dragon Prophecies, my books, YouTube channels. I'm still working on my puppet. Like, I've been working on my puppet for like 3 or 4 or 5, 6, almost a year now. It was supposed to be an April Fool's joke, and here I am still working on it. I might be the fool. I might be the fool. Hunk Papa, what's up? What's going on?
Hello, I am Hunk Papa, also known as Jesse Zelif. Today I'll be playing Ulfgar. I'm in the same boat as Lucan. My modules were supposed to have been released several months ago, and yet they're still in production. The last I heard, they were still going through formatting and re-editing to make them look nice and spick and spam for public release. You can find those on the DM's Guild, hopefully sometime soon. It's going to be the Thar trilogy.
Thar trilogy. Leonardo, what's up? Tell me what's going on.
Hey, what's up, guys? Had a pretty tough week, so glad to be back here and to have fun with you guys.
I've had a rough week too. Got my hands all beat up. What about you? What's been rough on your week?
Well, just changing people in work, so had to do double shifts all week.
Yeah.
So yeah, well,
Hire more staff, people. Hire more staff, you know?
well, it's good now. Getting more hours, so well, more hours, more money.
Well, I guess so. I guess so. All right, guys. What happened last time? Do you remember? Or did you all black out?
Well, I mean, I don't remember anything. Everything's black.
It was all dark.
We were leaving the ruins after some unfortunate mishaps with the undead. We made it halfway to Ravenshaven when we realized... Okay, we made a day out from Ravenshaven when we realized that we were cursed and were not healing naturally. So we decided to return to the ruins to try and get this curse removed. On the way, we were ambushed by some wyverns who knew Ulfgar and had been hunting him for some time. And they destroyed the party that he was with. He managed to try and save a few of them before he was forced to flee, traveling away from the party towards the ruins as fast as he could, hoping that the party that he tried to save would still be there when he returned, or would be in better condition. Certainly not in the belly of some wyverns.
Anything to add?
Well, it was a pretty tough fight. We took 2 of them down. But, well, not everything went our way, so...
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. So, we have a split party, which I'm going to have some fun doing. We're going to have some dragging out here. Yes. So, we have Ulfgar. He was still currently up and riding his horse hard into the desert. Where are you going, Ulfgar?
He's headed back
So
to the
first off,
ruins.
describe yourself to the people. Right? As you're riding this silver stallion, who is currently loaded down with loot. Tell me how you're riding this horse hard across the endless desert.
He's, you see an elderly dwarf in medium armor. It's all black. He's got a thick cloak of bison. He's riding this horse as fast as he can, trying to spur it on through the desert towards what he believes to be the ruins that they left. Every so often, he's turning to look over his shoulder to see if he sees any wyverns or large shapes following him in the air as he tries to escape towards the ruins.
So as you look behind you, right, and you're like, yeah, 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 you see nothing behind you. However, we get a shot, right? An aerial shot. And we go up and up and up and up. And we see, like, towards the sun, we see these two shapes circling above you like giant vultures. They are currently following you. Roll me a perception as you continue to ride. Oh, yeah, you see them. They are not hiding their presence in the sun, right? Go ahead and roll me a survival and see if you can get to the sandstorm that seems to be blowing around the tomb. Oh yeah, that wasn't very difficult at all. Yeah, you make it to the tomb. Before you lies the dead guardian of the tomb. Yeah, and I think we'll leave you right there as you're currently like riding the horse down, and like the sands start swirling around, and the wyverns kind of like bank off away. Clearly not wanting to engage a dwarf in close combat. One is injured and one is uninjured. So we get an interesting like chase scene that ends quite quickly because of these awesome rolls. The camera shifts over towards Cortec. Cortec, what are you dreaming about right now?
Well, the storm just hit me in my dream, and I saw my own face telling me to survive and wake up because I still had a lot to do in my life. And, well, everything blacked out. So right now, Cortex is in a black limbo, fighting for his life.
Very much so. The face, it was your face, came down, stared at you, and you felt like water falling down upon you, right? I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw. Interesting. Time for you to roll me a die 6. Interesting. On your right leg, there is a scar from when the wyvern had bit you. Tell me about the scar.
Well, the scar takes up from the top of my thigh to a little bit above my knee. And it takes pretty much all of my thigh when you look at it. It's pretty bad, but generally it won't stop any movement from being done. Mm-hmm. But Cortec will be very proud of it. For him, it's a mark of battle.
Well, currently Cortec is unaware of this. So we're getting a scene, right, of him like laying in the desert, and the sand is like slowly starting to like fall on him as the wind's blowing, right? Suddenly, like this massive figure steps over Cortec, and we get like a black screen as like this camera sees this black shadow fall upon him. Roll me your hit die as you begin to awaken. You get 11 hit points back. You begin to come around, and your surroundings change drastically. You are no longer on the battlefield with wyverns. Instead, you're hanging in a tree. Yeah. This tree is massive. In the endless desert, you see these, what appears to be like rotten, dead, black limbs holding you aloft, right? These thorns, these harsh, biting thorns, dig into your flesh, and you're hanging in this tree. Roll me a die 6. As you come to and start to awaken, you take 2 points of damage as these thorns bite at you and you start to like shift. Blood begins to soak the root of the tree. Roll me a perception as you're like coming to. You start looking around. Oh, yes. You see several corpses and bodies that are around, that are like laying around you, all hanging from this tree. You see Almach right here. You see What's Up as well right here. And you see 3 dead bodies who seem to have been hanging there for quite some time and have perished and are starting to turn to bone. What do you do?
There's nothing else around the tree. That's it. That's just the tree and the bodies.
You see like footsteps, footprints in the sands. But currently you're hanging. So that's your current situation right now. There's no way that you can get down from your current predicament and go down upon the sand to investigate who or what made these.
Okay. And I'm actually pierced by the thorns, right?
Or yeah.
Hanging
So this it's like a brambles, right? These it's a dead tree, and you're hanging by these brambles, right? This big, massive gash is on your right leg. You quickly realize, like, holy crap, how am I still alive? Almach is just like hanging there, right? Just hanging there. You also see What's Up as well. You see no other orcs.
Okay. So what Kortik does is he tries to shake his right arm, trying to get loose.
Roll me a reflex or a dex save as you attempt to wiggle. Roll me a die 6. You take 1 point of damage as the brambles continue to pierce your flesh.
Okay. Okay, I think he tries again.
You realize if you continue this, right, and you keep failing these dex saves, you might bleed out and fall unconscious again.
Yeah.
Is that something that you are willing to do?
Okay, so Kortek uses thaumaturgy to amplify his voice and screams like, "Is anyone around here?"
Sure. You do that, and the winds continue to blow around you. The sand and grit like gets into your flesh, and it burns and stings.
Well, I guess it tries to get loose again.
Okay, sounds good. Roll me a dex saving throw.
Huh.
Roll me a die 6. As the brambles continue to pierce your flesh, and you slowly continue to take another point of damage.
I still have my gear, right?
Oh yeah, you still have all your equipment. You're currently just hanging in the tree by your own flesh. The sand continues to like dig into your open wounds, and boy, is this hurt. This hurts a lot.
All right. Can I actually touch my own hand and cure myself?
Yes.
Like close my hand and cure myself as if it was a target?
Yes.
All right. So Cortec heals himself. Okay.
As you're casting spells, go ahead and roll me a dex save. As you squirm about these harsh brambles. Roll me a die 6.
Jesus Christ.
Take 6 points of damage as you continue to bleed out on this tree.
Okay, so
It seems like you're doing more damage to yourself than anything.
yeah. Okay, so Cortec tries to stay as uh, still as possible, and well, I guess he can only start to pray now.
Awesome.
So, um, he uses thaumaturgy again and asks Talos for his strength and to smite down this tree, and he pledges to serve his name for the rest of his life with everything he has, with all his heart.
Roll me a persuasion.
What's up with these rolls?
I think as we're leaving you hanging, literally leaving you hanging on this tree in the middle of the desert, right? This is a massive tree. It's not something small. It's dead and rotting. And you're just hanging up there, right? With you lays 2 others. You notice that they do not awaken. Almak and Wassup do not awaken. You realize that they are still suffering from the curse, and they will not move, and will likely die of dehydration and starvation before the brambles and the weight of their own bodies eventually kill them on the thorns. You think that it is very dire.
Can Cortec check behind him in the tree if there's anywhere he can actually step in and take his weight out of the brambles?
So currently you are, right? You're fairly evenly balanced. As you've been shifting your weight, things seem to have been getting worse and worse for you. Right? You keep failing your dex saves, right? And you're putting pressure on yourself, and that's why these brambles keep piercing your flesh. So we're going to literally leave poor Cortec hanging, and we're going to switch over to Ulfgar. Ulfgar, you have a windfall. Can you read what you gain as you're starting to take a deep breath? Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I can read what's on the horse. It's on Quicksilver. He takes Quicksilver and, well, am I at the tomb?
You're at the tomb. I will shift you over to the tomb. But go ahead and read the stuff as we're doing everything else. Oh my gosh, you're way over here. Oh, I forgot how far the tomb is. Go ahead.
Like, do you want me to read out loud?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, for the audience, of course. Those who are listening.
6 magical scrolls of arcane origin, 2 divine magical scrolls, silk clothing, a tent, magical potion, another magical potion, some sort of magical wand, 425 gold pieces, over 1,000 silver pieces, and 4,000 copper pieces.
Perhaps now Ulfgar realizes why that orc was protecting this horse.
He doesn't remember us gathering all of this equipment in the ruins. So Ulfgar is a little curious as to how they attained all of this wealth on this horse before they entered the ruins.
Oh, finally made it. Okay, there we go. Scroll. It's almost like there's an entire world that I have to go through maps. But yeah. All right. Finally made it. Yeah. So what do? You make it to the entrance of the cave, or the tomb.
Are the Minotaur bodies still in the hallway?
Yes. You see, like, well, no, they turned to dust. They, like,
Okay.
crumbled into
Right.
to
Yeah,
dust.
from the fire. That's right.
Yeah.
Is it still cold?
Roll me a luck roll. It is currently not cold.
Okay. He is going to guide the horse into the other room that we had used as a camp before.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Should be able to move the horse now. Yep, there we go.
Yes. He's going to do as they did, tie the horse down, get him settled, and he is just wanting to try to sneak into the room with the statue in it.
Roll me a stealth.
He's going to pray to the ancestors before he does this. This is the last thing he needs, is for this to go horribly, horribly wrong.
Come on, Dice. Screw him over. Let him roll. Natural run. Do it. Do it.
14's not terrible.
Go ahead. Place yourself within this room.
Before he goes, he would take a little bit of the silver out of the pouch of whatever the Quicksilver is holding. He's just going to take a silver piece out. And then he's going to go over here.
Mm-hmm.
Once he's over here, he will put the silver piece into the statue's hand.
So for the audience at home, there's a big treasure pile. It appears to be like just an open room, right? It's wide open. Nothing seems to be barring your passage, but you see like this hoard, this treasure of wealth lying right before you. Previously on Adventures, there was a wall of force that was blocking the players from getting to it. Ulfgar, as you place this silver piece into it, you see like the hand close, right? Hand closes around it, and then it disappears, and the statue's hand reopens. You hear like a small chink on the other side, and you feel like this arcane magic wash over you. Go ahead and roll me an arcane knowledge, as this is a brand new day. Yes. You're fairly confident that this is some sort of protection. From what or who, you're pretty sure it's a protection from evil. But you're not quite sure what or who it's from. I assume you didn't cast guidance on yourself.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I
Right.
tried to announce it. I just forgot to uncheck that.
Okay. Had you rolled a 20, you might have learned more, but you're pretty sure that this is a protection spell. From what, you're not quite sure. Yeah.
Then he is going to he's got another chance to try and learn out a little bit more about this artifact he's been blessed with. It's tempting for him to try and learn more about it. He knows the ancestors haven't been responding to him lately. I think he's going to try to sneak over to the statue room and do as he did before to touch the artifact to the earth statue.
Roll me a die 3. What'd you roll?
3.
Okay, interesting. Another figure appears before you. This is different from the last one, as you recall. It says something to you.
He would like to try to discern its meaning.
Sure. Roll me an insight.
He will try to use his... he'll try to cast guidance on himself as he does this to try and increase the...
Odds.
Well, he's calling for the ancestors to help him understand themselves. So he's hoping that'll work.
You get the sensation like the ancestors, like, it's pointing to your artifact, right? And it says, like, you get these symbols of artifact. You're not quite sure, maybe break, and then place. Artifact, break, place.
Well, he does have the ability to try to put it back together, but he won't be able to restore any magic if any magic is lost.
Describe this artifact, by the way. Describe this artifact.
The artifact is a bluish silver, looks to be a large hook of some sort. It's similar to a very large dragon talon that Ulfgar has been using as his holy symbol.
Before you stands the green earth statue that was priorly identified by Almec.
Ulfgar...
Hence. I'm not going to say anything else. Hint. As Ulfgar is trying to, like, figure out what's going on here, we're going to switch over to our poor hanging friend. Cortec, buddy, you're bleeding out, man. I gave you a bit of a breather to get rid of those bad dice rolls.
Yeah.
Tell me, man. You're like screaming, right? In this like voice, and in this endless desert, right? The sands are just swirling around you, and you're just like, ah! Like crying out in pain and agony and anger and frustration, and yet nothing seems to happen. You cry out for your God, right? Your salvation, your divine being who you believe in, and you get no reply. It seems like all is lost, man. Are you just going to give up here and die upon this tree?
No.
Okay.
Cortec is not a quitter, so, well, he tries to set himself loose again and hopes for the best. Okay.
Excellent. You have succeeded once. You take no damage as these brambles begin to slowly peel off of your flesh. You make it down slowly, but you are not free yet. You have freed a part of your body. What do you do now?
I'll use the part of my body I freed to help free the other parts.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll me another dex save. Excellent. You feel yourself beginning to like pry yourself off of these harsh brambles, and you go falling face first into the desert sands below. You bounce off the tree, right? The gnarled, harsh roots of it, and land on the cruel sand. And once again, the sand, like we see, like this picture of like Cortec like face planting in the sand and like. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You look up, and you still see two of your companions still hung in the tree.
Okay.
They're still alive, right? Every so often, while you were struggling, you could hear like a groan from them, but they have not awakened, and you're pretty confident that they will not awaken due to the curse that is on them.
Okay, so what Cortex does is he closes his eyes, he focused, and he tries to replenish a bit of his energies.
Second wind. Nice.
Okay. And after he does that, he grabs his halberd and starts chopping down the tree as fast as he can.
Interesting. Roll me a strength check.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, your halberd bites deep into this tree. However, you know that this is not any normal tree, as it begins to bleed blood. Not sap, but blood.
Okay. Can I try to figure out what this tree is?
Yes, go ahead and roll me. What would this be? A knowledge? Ooh, what would this be? Knowledge Arcana. You think that this is a treant. Yeah, this is a treant. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a treant.
All
Folks
right.
at home, they rolled a natural one. This is a treant. A malevolent creature of the forest.
Actually, I rolled a 2, but I haven't.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
My bad. It
It wasn't that bad. Come on.
Okay, all right. I'll give you it. It wasn't a 0, guys. It wasn't a 0.
Okay, he'll just try to continue chopping down the tree as much as he can because he thinks it's the only way to save Amak and his other companion.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll me another strength. Yes, you continue to hit it. The blood continues to pour down upon you as you're just like. Anything else?
Yeah, he will continue doing this until he takes the tree down.
You realize that your weapon will break before that happens. This is a massive tree. And, yeah.
Okay.
So to give you a perspective, right? It literally has 6 people hanging from it. Its base is 20 diameter meters. 20 5 by 5. What is it? Yeah, it's 20. It's 20
right.
feet across. So what would that be? That would be 20 divided by 3 would be 9. About 9 meters trunk. So
Well, all right. Well,
this is a big tree.
That changes everything. All right.
So what you're doing is literally artificial like wax to it. You're knocking off bark and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
You could bring this down. Just to be clear, it's just going to take you a long time.
Okay, so Quartek actually throws his rope in one of the branches where Amak is
Sure.
and climbs up and tries to free him from the tree.
You realize that should you fail this, you could have him start making death saving throws. He is currently at 0, and should you fail on these dex saves, you might kill him.
Well, if I don't do it, he's definitely dead eventually. Well, I'll take the risk. If I save him, he's gonna be proud of me. If I don't, well, I tried.
It's true. Roll me a dex saving throw as you attempt to lasso him out of the tree, I assume, right? Trying to...
No. What I was trying to do is I throw the rope so I can actually climb up without having to go through the branches so I don't hurt myself.
Oh. Okay, so your goal is to swing a rope up, climb up the tree, get Almach, put him in your inventory, and then come back down? Is that the plan here?
Not necessarily carry him down,
Okay.
but actually just free him and then he can fall face first to the sand. Like. I don't
Okay.
know.
All right. So first thing, I need athletics or acrobatics, whichever you're better at, right? So you're tossing the rope up, so you see what you do. Yeah, it's good enough. It's good enough. You toss the rope up. It's not a secure branch, right? You feel it kind of loose, but you're fairly confident that it will support your body. What will you do next?
All right, so I climb up. And
Go ahead and roll me a strength or athletics or acrobatics. Excellent. You make it to Amok. What do you do?
Okay, so I carefully take him out of whatever is holding him there.
He's currently in brambles. You're thinking that to unhook him from all the brambles, you're going to have to require a dex saving throw. And if you fail this by 5 or more, you'll get stuck again.
Okay, can I hold the rope with one hand and use my battle axe to cut the branches he's stuck on?
So these are brambles, right? So it's like several briars, right? It's not just like a solid tree limb, right? That you could just hack off. So it's kind of think of it, instead of leaves, they're thorns, right?
Well, okay, so Jesus Christ.
Yeah. How this creature lives in the desert, you are not quite sure. Although, maybe you do know. But, that natural one doesn't really tell you anything. So, yeah.
Okay. I'll try to free him, I guess.
Sounds good. How are you doing this?
Even if it takes longer, can't I just hack through the brambles? One by one. Just hacking through them until he's free.
Sure. So you're hacking around Amok, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
But
so should you fail this, you might be damaging Amok. Because you're attacking, right? You're making attack rolls against this tree. Yeah. Just realize that you might be hacking off limbs, but it might not be tree, right? So here's like this, because don't forget, the brambles have him entangled, just like it had you, right? So just remember, you're using one hand to hold on to a rope. You're using another hand to start hacking away. It's not a very elegant performance, right?
Well, um, what Cortex does is he leaves the rope there,
Yeah.
attached to that branch.
Hmm.
He goes down,
Okay.
and he's going to rest for a bit.
Excellent.
Um, because he thinks he can help Amak better than that.
I mean, yeah. You're kind of like gauging, like I'm using this axe to like chop around.
Yeah.
Hmm. One mistake might really be bad.
Okay, so yeah, that's what Cortex does. He just goes down.
Okay.
He rests by
By the
the
tree.
tree side. Yeah,
Excellent.
and well, as soon as he regains his ability to cast spells, he's gonna go up again and heal Amok.
You also realize that there are footprints around at the base of the tree. It seems
Yeah.
like something or someone had put you up there.
Um.
Would you like to
Yeah.
investigate those?
Um. He does want to investigate, but he he prioritizes saving Amok.
Okay, sure. Uh, okay. How are you doing this?
Okay, so as soon as he is able to rest a bit, he will go up the rope again,
Hmm.
and he's gonna touch Amak and cast a cure wounds on him.
Excellent. So we'll get a cutscene, right? So we see you. Make sure that you roll your hit dice as you're taking a short rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And getting one spell slot back. So go ahead and yep. And we will cut back over to Ulfgar, who is currently in the tomb. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Ulfgar! Ulfgar. Yeah, you are now standing before this green statue. What are you doing?
He is going to place the holy symbol on the statue.
Same thing happens.
He's going to try to break part of it, I guess, part of this artifact. Um, he's really conflicted about doing this, but the ancestors would know better than he does about this.
Roll me an insight.
So he's going to attempt to try to break a piece of this artifact.
How are you doing this? How are you breaking your family's heirloom that has been guarded deeply for several generations? Tell me about this past that you've had with this artifact, right? And now you're breaking it. Tell me about this. Why are you doing this?
So the artifact was given to his people by Viliseth as a gift, claiming that it was a part of Gia, the dragon who created all dwarves. It was lost during the plague, but Ulfgar was released from his incarceration during the plague, and he was able to recover this artifact and return it to his people. For their gratitude, he was charged with keeping this artifact and protecting it, which he has done faithfully for centuries. He's used it to learn how to control the black flame, and uses it to help guide his people from life to death.
You realize
Since
that if he breaks this artifact, he will not be able to cast spells. Is this something that Ulfgar wishes to do?
He doesn't want to stop being able to commune with the ancestors, and he feels like being able to cast the magic the way he does is a connection to them. He knows that he can repair superficial things, but he can't restore any magical properties that were in the thing. He may not even be able to do that if this is no longer going to serve as his holy symbol.
Is this something that Ulfgar wishes to do?
No, he's not going to do that. He's not going to break it right now.
You're welcome. Yes. So once again, you get the symbol, right? Of his like, take, break, place, right? That's what you interpret it, right? Your insight interpret it. You're not getting the full message, just to be clear. What do you do?
He is going to sigh in frustration. He feels like he's been here for too long already. He knows that he's left others out in the desert, but he doesn't really know what to do right now. He knows.
I mean, isn't that the entire game? It's like the entire game is like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Quite honestly, yes, that has been Ulfgar this entire time. Is he's run into situations where he just everything was simple below the surface. Above the surface, things have become more complicated. He'll try again to understand their meaning.
You have one failure and one success.
He's going to cast guidance again.
Let's see. Awesome. As you're like, I'm going to break it, right? It like shakes his hands, no. And then it's like gestures like cover, break, cover.
He's going to take off his bison cloak and
Waves no, and then points to your artifact. As Ulfgar stares at his artifacts, I think we'll transfer over to Cortec. I love this long pauses because it's like, wait, what? Cortec, buddy, what's going on?
All right, so Cortec is casting a Cure Wounds.
So to be
Nama.
clear, right, you were resting for an hour, right? I
Yep.
need you to roll me a luck roll. Let's see if you stay alone.
All right.
Well, I think you got this. You'll be fine. Oh, yeah. You easily rest for an hour. You're fine.
All right. So he goes up the rope again
Mm-hmm.
and casts a Cure Wounds on Amok.
Excellent. Roll it.
Yeah, an 8.
Awesome. Good heal. Amok comes to, right? He's still in the thorns, right? They're digging into him as he like begins to wiggle around. This is the first thing that happens, right? As he starts to squirm. Do you tell him to like don't move or anything like that?
Yes, I tell him, don't move more than you need to. We
He
need to
will
figure
have
out.
advantage on this roll.
All right.
Yeah. So he like freezes, right? And he's just like, okay. As he's like seeing you, right? He looks bad. He had wyvern poison injected into his veins. He's got like these black etchings of where the venom had pierced him and like had gone through his veins. He's got these horrible marks upon him. And let's see what else. You don't see any scars on him.
Okay. Well, Amak, what's going on is that I was actually trapped here as well.
Where's wyverns? Wyverns.
I don't know. They're not here anymore. I found some foodstuffs by the tree, but I think that our priority now is get you out of here and get WhatsApp out of here. That's why I'm still here.
Did anybody else survive? I was knocked unconscious.
Yeah, I was too. I woke up in this tree right by you, and I managed to break loose. So you need to do that as well. You need to break loose. I can try to help you, but then we need to get WhatsApp as well.
He nods in agreement. Are you guys going to be working together in order to get out?
Yeah, Cortec is gonna try to help him as much as he can, but we'll watch out so he doesn't get trapped again.
Roll me advantage, a dex, as you're trying to peel each other out, right? Cortec, buddy, roll me another dex save to make sure that you do not get stuck in the brambles again. You're fine. It was close. It was really close. Unfortunately, I need you to roll a die 6 because Almach is going to be taking some damage, right? You shift the weight, and the weight goes... Oh, man. Oh, no. As you're, like, pulling him, right? He falls unconscious and begins to bleed out.
Well, again, I healed him for 8.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. There we go. He takes 6 points of damage. Yes. Yeah, he cries out in pain. And you make no progression as he screams as these cruel thorns continue to dig into his flesh.
Well, Amak, do you want to keep trying? It's up to you now, but if you don't try to get loose, you'll probably die here.
That's a good question. Let me read a little bit about him. He says, I have a better way. He will attempt to do a reflex save, dex save. Oh, he makes it. Holy crap, he's got a bonus. So he casts a spell. Go ahead and roll me Knowledge Arcana as he suddenly appears down below. There's some witchcraft and wizardry going on here, buddy. You're not sure what's going on. He just suddenly said a mumble jumble words, and he just teleports right down here. He's still lying in the sand. He looks bad, right? He's got all these marks of where the brambles have been piercing his flesh. And he's just he's just breathing.
All right. So Cortec goes down, checks on him. And, Amak, do you want to rest now? Do you want to try to save what's up right now? Do you want to leave?
He says,
he's your companion.
he looks bad off, right? Right. He took some damage, and you know that your healing might have been. He's like, I can't do anything more. He's like, maybe you can get what's up. He's like breathing heavily. He's like, I need rest. You know that rest will not help him. He's like, I'm just tired. I've lost a lot of blood. I'm really, really tired. He's like breathing heavily. He's like, he looks bad. He looks really bad, like close to death.
All right. Can I try to close him up so it helps a bit, or at least stop the bleeding?
So he's stabilized, right? He's not bleeding out. He just appears to be really bad off. Like you think that he's stable, but he's not going to heal naturally, right? So the only way for you to heal him will probably be that spell that you have. And you've got one more person up in the tree who's currently hanging there.
Okay. So, well, I look at him and I tell him, well, it's time to make a choice. We can either stay here and I help you get better, or I can help try to get what's up. Either way, we're gonna have to wait because I'm also pretty weak. So I want you to decide if you wanna leave or if you wanna wait around and try to help me with what's up.
You think in his current situation, if Almach goes up the tree, he probably will get stuck up there again.
No, that's not what I'm implying. I'm implying to him that I cannot help both of them at the same time.
So he's stable, right? He's currently like sitting, well, laying, right? He's laying in the sands. He's like, go help. What's up?
All right. So what Cortec does is he's gonna watch out for Amok for the next hour before he attempts to help what's up.
Excellent. During this hour, so I need to know if there's any conversations going on between you. Because currently, like, Almach's looking bad, and he's just got his eyes closed and is resting in the sands, right?
Mm-hmm. Well,
he's not bleeding out, but he looks pretty rough. All of his equipment is on him.
No, Cortec doesn't try to actually start a conversation or anything. He just tells Amok to rest, and he's gonna rest as well, and regather his strength to actually try to help what's up.
He says, after an hour, I can help you. I can cast jump upon you.
Okay. Well, that might be helpful. Let's see.
I'm trying to think of what else he can do. That's about all in this current situation that he can do.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. Well, let's just rest and worry about it later.
He nods in agreement.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we're going to get a cutscene, right? We get a cutscene of Ulfgar. Back and forth. Scroll. Ulfgar, tell me what you doing, buddy. You going to break your holy artifacts? You going to break it?
No. He's trying to still discern what his ancestors trying.
Describe the artifact to me.
Like what it looks like?
Yeah, describe it. For the audiences at home.
It looks like a large dragon's talon, but it's a silver blue hue.
Silver blue hue. You are currently staring at a green statue of the earth element. It once again gestures, right? Break, cover.
He still doesn't understand. He knows he's mentioning or motioning to the artifact. I guess he's going to try to touch the artifact.
Guardian, the spirit whaps at your hand.
Okay.
Very much similar to when you approached. Yep.
Okay. He knows that Gia is an earth dragon. This is the earth elemental.
Describe the artifact to me.
Clearly, there's something
I can't
think
give
is
you these
obvious
answers. I can't give you these
that
answers.
I'm not understanding. It's made out of ice silver, right? And it's a large dragon's claw. I don't understand what it means by break and cover.
You can roll me an intelligence. Roll me straight up intelligence. You might know, but I think your character knows. Your character is the smith, correct? Yeah.
Yes, he is a smith.
Roll me intelligence.
This has to do with the forging process?
Oh,
So it has to be...
it's really close.
So I actually did a lot of research on this for the modules I wrote, the Thar series. So
Roll me straight up
broken and
intelligence.
covered.
Roll me straight up intelligence, because I think your character would know, but you don't.
He's casting guidance.
Sure, why not?
This is not the time. No, so part of the smith
you know as
process
much
to
as your
break and
character.
cover it. So
You know as much as your
Hammering.
character knows. I'm sorry, man. I can't help you out anymore. I can't help you out anymore.
if it's okay, hold on.
Leonardo, have you figured it out yet?
Ulfgar's puzzle?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I have some ideas maybe, but...
Share them. Go ahead and share them. This is a
I
little
mean, I don't-
metagamey, but yeah, you can share.
I'm not really sure how the artifact is.
It's like a dragon's claw. It's a silver, blue dragon's claw.
All right. But you're reacting to the earth element. And your ancestor said to break the shell and place it, right? I mean,
Yeah, to take the artifact, to break it, to place it, and then to cover it.
No, break cover. Break cover.
all right.
Oh, so
yeah.
not place, so just break and cover.
I
So,
think that
Points
maybe
to
the
your
secret-
artifact. Break
Yeah,
cover.
the secret might be that the artifact will react to the statue if it's directly placed into it, but since it has something over it, it won't do it. So it just all about, I don't know, the background of your artifact. You know, like, was it like foiled in silver? Or
What was Skaya?
What was what?
What was she? Who is she? Who's Skaya?
Oh, she's the Earth Dragon. She's the She created the world that you're standing on, or that the characters are standing on.
Uh, describe her claw to me.
It's massive, and
What color is it?
it's ice silver.
Maybe not.
So it's a material for smithing. He has to forge this into something. The break and cover.
Well, I'm not going to help you out anymore. I'm not going to help you out. I wish you don't go back and watch this, and you're going to be like, "Oh my god!" By the way,
So
Leonardo.
color is important for indicating the temperature that you can work the metal at.
No, you're
So
thinking too
it's-
hard now. You're thinking way too hard. Leonardo, you were on to something. That's all I'm going to say. You were really close, really on to something. I think Hunk Pop is thinking way too much on this.
Yeah, well,
Ulfgar, what happened last time? Do you remember? What did you do to the artifact last time?
He touched the artifact or the last time he repaired the artifact, right? He took off the tarnish that was around it.
The silver ice. Yep. When that happened, what happened?
It returned to its
Glorious
pristine
form.
condition.
Yep. Glorious and pristine condition, correct? What happened after that? What happened after that?
Nothing.
You lost connection with people. I don't know.
Wait, so is it still in the pristine condition?
Oh yes, it's very pristine. It is perfect. It's almost as if it's in its original state.
yeah,
So
okay. It is almost as if it was in its original state. So, I mean, it needs to be in its original state to actually do something.
right, he's trying to figure out how to get it back to the original state.
Exactly, but I don't think the
But-
way he's fixing it. I think the way he's, I don't know, peeling something off of it or trying to undo what you did before.
So to tarnish it again?
I mean, that's my guess, you know, like, but
Okay, he's going to take out that pickaxe that he's got and try shaking some of that perpetually falling dust onto the artifact.
Oh, okay. What are you doing?
Uh,
Let me check out this
So-
artifact.
You said when we first found it, it seriously crumbles in your hands, regardless of its state.
Are you talking about for the audience at home? We're talking about Nilly's heavy self-digging pickaxe. You're fairly confident that unless you're going to whack this artifact with this thing, it might not help you because it's digging, right? Yeah, it's digging natural materials, not crafted stuff. So
I guess, is there a way for he's going to try to
are you going
use
to whack it?
mending in reverse? I don't.
Is there mending in reverse?
I mean, why not?
Are you going to make this spell? I don't know. Like, is there? Does mending do this? Does it allow you to scuff up stuff or damage stuff? Tell me what your objective here is. What is your objective?
So his objective is to try and undo what he did before to try and fix it. So he's going to try to reverse and make the artifact the way it was before.
How? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's permanent, right? Mending's a permanent thing. It's not something that you just...
Well, it only affects cosmetics typically.
It does.
So he needs to cover this with earth, right? But he's in it
Leonardo,
too.
I think you should help him out here. Tell him your idea again. What was your idea?
Well, you should. Pretty sure that it's not working or not doing anything because it's not in its natural state. So you need to actually take something out of it so it can actually react to the statue. So I think that when you actually fixed it, you covered it so much with, I don't know, ice silver that it does not, I mean, the magic it has will not go out of it, you know, and it's kind of like in a dormant state inside the ice silver cover you kind of gave it.
Right, so thinking that it was in its original state before, he should be able to just go back over and remend it, and it should go back to its original state, because mending returns something to its natural state, to what it should be. So
what did you repair? Wait. What did you repair?
The artifact, right?
What specifically did you repair?
The tarnish that was on it.
Take it off.
I guess he's going to start scraping the top of the artifact.
You realize that this artifact's very old. Are you wanting to damage it? Are you going to scuff up this holy symbol of your people?
Yes.
Excellent. You begin to peel away the ice silver, the opposite element of earth. You begin to expose its true form, a green claw.
Yes.
We shift over to Cortec. We shift over to Cortec as you begin to realize its true form.
I was overthinking it way
Oh,
too
you
much.
were. You were
said, "Aren't
super.
you a smith?" So now I'm thinking, okay, the process of smithing. This is.
Hey man, I don't make these things hard. The players do it, make it hard for them. Cortec, buddy, we're staring back at this tree. Its harsh brambles are tearing at Wasup's flesh. An hour passes by. Amok says, I'm not getting any better. However, if you go up into the tree... Oh, before you do that, roll me a die 100. Oh, yes. Cortec, buddy, buddy, are you hiding yourself during this time?
Well, let's be fair. He didn't say I was before, so I think
not?
it's fair to say no.
Excellent. Roll me a perception. Excellent. In the distance, right? In the distance, you see a massive figure beginning to approach. What do you do?
I'll get Amok and put him behind the tree.
It is a bipedal creature. Yes. Roll me a knowledge nature. See if you can identify this thing. You are pretty sure that is a giant.
Okay, I used to deal with those when I wasn't up north, so yeah.
They're definitely all the same no matter where you go. They all know each other, right?
Well, at least I can speak to it. Okay, so yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Amok to the backside of the tree.
Okay. You've noticed it. It hasn't noticed you yet because of some wonderful dice rolls on your behalf. You think that you can maybe hide, or you have some time. What are you doing?
Yeah, well, I'll drag Amok behind a tree and try to hide there with him.
Excellent. So you're like blocking its vision towards you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a stealth for you and Amok. He is aiding you. You have advantage.
14.
Okay. Let me check out its passive. Is it really that far? It shouldn't be that far. Oh, there it is. Like, wait a second. That's where it is at. Okay. Let me check out its passive. Awesome. Awesome. Cool. Cool. Interesting. The giant approaches, and it appears to not be noticing you. It has like these two bodies that it's currently carrying. It is approaching from the northwest.
Oh, okay, so on the side we are, actually, right?
I assume it doesn't matter where you're located. I assume you're hiding from it. And you have succeeded in hiding from it. As it gets closer, you realize that this isn't just any giant. This is a female giant. And you rolled a 15. Yes, this is a giantess.
Okay. Even though Cortex might be a little turned on by such a strong female. No, he's just gonna keep hiding and not make a move or anything.
She approaches the tree, unaware of you. Do you move as she approaches?
No, the tree's pretty big, so I think it can hide both of us.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She quickly takes these bodies. You quickly identify them as orc bodies, right? And she tosses them up on the tree. She turns to leave. You're fairly confident that she may be back in an hour or two. You think that there's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You remember that there were more bodies there. So you think that she'll be coming back.
All right. Well, I'll wait till she leaves until she's very far away.
She does not notice you. Yes.
All right. So I look to Amok and I say, "We need to get what's up down and leave as soon as possible."
He nods in agreement. He's like, "Yep, yep,
yep." Okay.
You think that he had a spell ready to definitely how he teleported down off the tree? You think he was going to teleport away from you guys? Yeah. What do you do? What's up is currently up in the tree, still hanging. Two more bodies of orcs have been tossed up in there. What do you do?
Okay, well, I'll rinse and repeat the process that I did with Amak. So throw the rope and the branch, go up and cure wounds on WhatsApp.
You also have the spell Jump. Let me see here. Let me get a 5e. Cast upon you. So Jump, your strength determines on how far you can jump. You can make long jumps up to your strength score. You see here, blah, blah, blah. So this gives you the ability to just jump really high. So if you fall from this tree, right, you will take no damage. Because I assume that you're jumpy. Okay?
Yeah, all right.
So you won't take any damage falling should you fail. Almak goes down below, right, and helps stabilize your rope. Go ahead and roll me a athletics or acrobatics as you toss up the rope into the tree. This is the exact same thing you did with Almak, right? Mm-hmm. Excellent. You actually get a better throw. This one is a lot more stable. Go ahead and give me acrobatics or athletics as you climb. Excellent. You are currently right next to Almak, who is currently unconscious. What do you do?
I will cure wounds on WhatsApp.
Roll it.
Yep, well, we'll have to do.
Every little bit helps. He has 3 hit points back, and he suddenly gasps. He's like, and once again, he starts moving, right?
All right. WhatsApp, don't move. Move as only what's necessary. Try not to make any harsh movements.
He rolls with advantage. Yes. He makes his dex save. So as he's like waking up, he's like, but he's safe enough, right? He doesn't move enough to get damaged, right?
Okay.
It is, it's your turn. He's currently not freaking out, right? Not freaking out. He's not hurting himself. What do you do now?
Well, WhatsApp, we need to get you out of there. So I need you to try to get free.
WhatsApp nods in agreement. He says, help me down. Help me down. What about my men? He like looks around and he sees like his men hanging from the tree. He's like, what the hell's going on here?
I have no idea, but I'm trying to save you, so please focus.
He's a bit rattled as he sees his clan literally being hung up in trees. Yeah. What do you do?
Okay, so I'll try to help him get free.
Excellent. You have advantage as he is helping you.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Roll me a die 6.
Oh, God.
So WhatsApp is only still awake for this round only because of his orc ferocity. I had forgotten about this, but you think that he will fall unconscious very soon. He is still up, but these thorns dig into his flesh, and you need to roll me another dex save. This is straight up so that you don't get caught. Welcome back to the tree, buddy. You are now stuck with Amok, or what's up? Amok curses as you're kind of like both, right? Your arm is currently like wrapped and entangled within this cruel vines or briars. What do you do now?
Well, I'll try to get free, I guess.
Roll it. Oh, buddy, roll me a die 6 as you begin to bleed out. Amok, he's trying to get out, right? During the struggling, let's see here. He is going to rage, right?
Mm-hmm.
This gives him advantage on any athletics. Yep, he is going to rage. I hope. Well, he's going to rage. He begins getting out of the tree, and as soon as he does, he falls unconscious. But he currently has one success, and he will be starting to make death saving throws here soon.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Cortec, you're stuck in the tree again, buddy.
All right. Well, let's try to get out of it.
Okay.
Oh man. All right.
Excellent. You managed to free yourself, hitting above a 20. You easily get back on your rope and you take no damage. So like Watsop's like, I'll show you how it's done. He starts breaking these brambles off, and then he's like, ugh.
Well,
yeah.
Okay. Well, since we are all down the tree, I'll just ask Amma
No,
for help.
Watsop's still in the tree, by the way. He has only succeeded once. It's a skill challenge for each of you. So Watsop has to still get out. He's currently hanging limp in the tree. You
Can I
need
try
one
to?
more success.
All right. Can I try to save him?
You may, except you will not have advantage.
Yeah, that's fine. That's not fine.
Welcome back to the tree, buddy.
Man, this is so annoying. Okay, well, I'll try to free myself.
Okay. Yeah, you free yourself by taking no damage. You're fine currently. Watsop just still remains there.
What's up? Come on, man, help me.
He's unconscious, buddy.
Oh,
He's
my
literally
God.
unconscious. He wishes he could.
Oh,
He wishes he could.
okay.
Oh.
Well, let's try to save him again.
Shift this over.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
Ugh. Give me a second. Roll 20 is crashing on me.
All right.
We'll go right back to it. So yes, once again, what you gonna do?
Well, I already rolled a 15 to save
Oh,
him.
you are now out.
Right.
All three of you. You currently have an unconscious half or orc with you, injured Gith, and you are up.
Okay, so I look at my Amok and say, well, you gotta help me carry him, and we need to get out of here as soon as possible.
Is recording still good? I think recording's still good as well. Roll 20, get on it. Get on it, roll 20. What are you doing? Oh, maybe it was Chrome, because my Twitch thing dipped too. Let's make sure that everything is recording right. Give me a second, guys. The wonders of technology. Let's make sure that everything is going correct. Okay.
All right, all good?
Give me a second. That's a stupid commercial. Why commercials? Why? I guess everybody's got to pay the bills, so I can't complain too much. Make sure everything is focused. Okay. So it's switched on my video, right? So I'm going to switch this over. Move you over to here because it's currently recording this. Make sure that's correct. And then we'll shift you over there. Okay.
Nice.
Is that correct? Okay. Everything seems to be working correct now. Awesome. Okay. There we go. Everything looks good now. Okay.
All right. So, well, what I tell Amok is we need to take WhatsApp and get the hell out of here.
He agrees. He
Okay.
completely agrees with you.
So what I do is, I do have my bedroll. Can I just grab a sheet? Um, I'll actually wrap it around to actually cover WhatsApp legs, and
Yes.
then I'll get my rope, pass it on the tubes on the side uh, opposite to his feet,
Okay.
and then I'll pull one side, I might close the other, and we'll just get the hell out of there.
You both make a hammock and begin carrying WhatsApp through the desert. Where are you going?
Yeah, exactly. Now I need to navigate.
It
Well, that's survival, right?
is definitely survival.
All right. I'll try to map any kind of shelter that is close to where we are.
Sure. You believe that you are currently, can you see the map right now? Let's make sure that you can see the
Mm-hmm.
map. Okay.
Yep.
So right here, right,
Where?
right, right,
Oh, where the school is?
right here. Yeah, you are the party of adventurers.
All right.
You are currently right here, and you have discovered a place of power. Oh well, you don't know what you've discovered actually. You just discovered something. You didn't
That
roll
tree,
good enough. You just
a
found
tree
something.
that bleeds. Yeah.
Yeah, you just found nothing. It means nothing to you, currently.
All right. Um. Well, I guess we're gonna navigate back to the ruins.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and put you on the map. There we go. Make sure that you're small. There we go.
Because I
Yeah.
mean, I do think we're closer to the ruins than anywhere else, right?
Very much true. Yes.
All right. So
Yeah.
let's navigate there.
Go ahead and place yourself as you
Here
roll.
we go.
Nice. Nice. Roll me a die 6.
Mm-hmm.
Close. Close. Yeah. You move there. During this time, you stumble upon a spring. You're pretty sure that this is like a safe place. But you stumble upon a spring as you make your way there. Yeah. This is a safe place to rest and refill your cantinas.
All right. Well, then that's what we're gonna do. And as soon as we're done resting, I'll heal. What's up again?
Excellent. What's up is currently, go ahead and heal. Excellent. Well, I mean, every little bit helps. He's not unconscious and
Yeah. Well,
dead. I think now is about time we shift over to Ulfgar as he's
yeah.
scrubbing off his artifacts. What you doing, buddy?
He's going to continue to try to keep working at this artifact until it returns to the greenish hue that it was meant to be.
You quickly realize that this item had been dipped into the silver. As you're like rubbing it off, right? Rubbing this ice silver over it, you quickly discover like this is what's been sealing or covering this artifact. You begin to realize that it becomes like a soft. Well, go ahead and roll me in knowledge nature.
Gonna keep using guidance because this is
Yeah.
important.
Yes, this is the actual claw of Gaia, as it's like starting to reveal itself, right? As you're like, oh my god, this is the actual flesh and bone and the claw of Gaia. Somehow it had been sealed away by something or someone, and now it is starting to reveal its true power to you. It's still dormant because it's still covered in ice silver, right? Yet you're starting to discover its true potentials. What do you do?
He continues to clean it, to work at it until as much as he can.
So I need you to roll me a smithing roll, right? As you're removing it. I assume you're taking your time. You will have advantage on this. Because I think it was you have a kit.
So
don't you?
29. He does have a full kit. He is trained in it.
You crit that, yes. So you reveal like this claw, right? It's massive to you, right? It's a massive stone. I mean, since you remove the decorations that the dwarves have been putting over it again and again and again and again, and sealing its power over and over again, you realize that. I mean, what do you realize? You actually begin to touch bone of the ancient ancestor, the world creator. How do you feel right now, Ulfgar?
He is just in awe as he continues his work. This is as close to an ancestor as the dwarves have. They believe that Gia is the one that created the dwarves and is the first ancestor.
Roll me a luck roll. As you continue to work. Oh no, buddy. The air within the tomb grows cold.
He's going to...
As you're working, right? You're like...
Yes. Yes.
And then like your fog begins to like... And you like start slowing down your work and you're like... roll me a perception as you begin to... Deep within the tomb, another door slides open.
He's going to touch...
By the way, you've had, 3 hours of rest? Right, Cortec? So as you've been delicately removing, right, peeling away the silver and ornamentation of the claw, right? Your presence has now gone noticed.
He's going to quickly touch part of the fully exposed portion to the statue, as he did before, to see if it reacts.
Before you, give me a second. I have to find it. Oh, that's why. Okay, there we go. So previously, Ulfgar had only seen one of his ancestors. Surrounding you. 3 ancestors appear before you. They nod at you approvingly, and they all kind of like place their hands on your shoulder, as they're just like surrounding you, right? You can roll an insight.
Yeah, he's going to.
Yeah.
If he can stay and keep doing this, then they'll protect him. He's going to. If he needs to run, he needs to run.
Okay, yeah. You think that you should run.
Okay.
But you have this sensation like you've discovered something, like they're like proud of you. You feel like jubilant, right? Very proud, very happy. And like, you know how like they usually have like this misty form about them? They're much more solid and much more refined, right? Much more vitality. I don't know how you describe that.
Their forms are
monocolor?
are solid. It's
solidified, yes. Instead of a foggy,
just
hazy
solidified.
mist, yes. Yes, your connection with them seems to have deepened greatly.
He's going to nod and give a quick bow as he runs out of there.
As you do, I want you to roll me a perception as some sort of form begins to take shape here down by the stairwell.
Oh boy.
Interesting. You see, and then roll me, what would this be? Knowledge, religion. As you identify this orbis, bulbous shape floating up towards you. No, you're not quite sure what this orb body with multiple stalks coming off of it. And you run out of there.
Yep, he gets on the horse, we book it out with the horse, etc., etc.
You leave the cold behind you as you make your way across the desert. Where are you going? Ulfgar? Where are you going, buddy?
He's going to try to go back to where he left, I guess. He's going to try to find the others. Let's see. He does have a spell that he can cast now to help him find the others.
Well, I need you to roll me survival as you attempt to make it across the land and then you meet up with the other group.
Yep, he's going to cast guidance since he doesn't know if there's still wyverns lurking and waiting for him to reveal himself again. So he's in a tight spot. He's not going to leave anything to chance if he can.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, this is so good because it's so perfect. You make it back to the spot where the battle had taken place. So I have good news and I have bad news. The bad news is that the good news is that you make it back to this place that you want to do, right? A day's out. Unfortunately, you see a massive body standing there. They're not a single person. She is currently gathering bodies. I think you kind of know where I'm going with this.
Yep.
Roll me a knowledge. What's this? History. Knowledge history.
Knowledge history.
Recognize this.
He's actually seen some of these before.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and scroll back out. There we go. Yes. You know this to be a giant.
Yep.
I like how this all intersects, right? We've got two stories, and guess who's meeting up? Perfect. I will set the scene for you, Ulfgar. As you're like, yeah, you're riding across, right? And you're like looking around and you're like, whew, wyverns aren't nearby. I'm safe. I'm scot-free. Nothing could bother me. You crest this ridge, right? And as you're cresting this ridge, like there's this massive form who's like bending down. I assume you're not stealthing, right?
As soon as I see the form, I would have stopped in my tracks and done some things, but...
Interesting. Roll me a stealth.
Once again, praying to the ancestors. This has been one bad day. One
After
very,
the
very
other.
long bad day.
Oh, don't worry. Cortex heading towards oh, nice. Cortex heading towards the tomb, which is currently awakened again. And then you're meeting up with the giantess. This is beautiful. You guys need to get together You guys are crazy.
He has locate objects that he's going to
Oh,
be using to
Uh,
try and find Cortec that he would have used when he got close enough on that little
sure.
bowl of his that he's been carrying around.
Tell me how that works.
So describe or name an object that's familiar to you, and you sense the direction of its location. If it's in motion, you know the direction of the movement. You can find it as long as you've seen it up close, which I have.
Yeah.
Alternatively, it can locate a particular object. So he's specifically the one that he helped Cortec fill with water. That artifact that he was carrying. He's looking for that.
So the limitation is 1,000 feet. You
Right.
are nowhere near Cortec.
Right. So it would have gone off, and he would know that Cortec wasn't here, and then he would turn tail as soon as he could tell Cortec wasn't here.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. As you're like cresting the ridge, you crest the ridge, right? And the giantess literally like looks up at you with like two bodies, right? And it stares at you, and you stare at her. You guys like stare at each other, right? What do you do? Cortec is clearly not within 1,000, or that bull. To be clear, that bull is not within 1,000 feet.
Yeah, but like the spell, if it tries to just find a bowl, it points the direction of the nearest one. It's the second part of the spell. Like, alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind.
Right, but I wasn't looking
He's
for
looking for
a general.
specific
I
though,
was
yeah.
looking for a
He's looking for
specific. I was
specific.
looking for
alright.
for specifically
He's looking
yours
for
because I've seen it.
Your bull. Your bull.
Yeah.
Oh, all right,
Yep.
all right. Then it's fine.
Yeah.
Too bad.
It's like you trying to get him lost, buddy. You're trying to not meet up with him. So yes, back to where this point is. This giantess looks up at you, Ulfgar, and you see each other simultaneously as you crest this hill. What do you do?
He's going to frantically look around to see any other tracks leading off, like trying to give him some kind of clue as to where Korchak and the others are.
Roll me a perception. As you're like, I assume you're like on this hill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're like looking down upon this battlefield. The giantess is like currently picking up, right? Currently, yeah, you see like her tracks are very easy to observe. You can see several tracks going back and forth. But you know, that could be like towards her village or someplace, you're not quite sure. They are going, let me make sure, to the south east.
He's going to stand there for a second to see what she's going to do. He's going to effectively, I guess, be taking the dodge action in case she tries to attack him or throw something at him. But he's not going to approach. He's just going to stay there and be ready to turn tail if he needs to and run.
So she looks at you and you look at her, right? And there's like this 30 seconds of just like watching each other. And then she kind of like shrugs and she just like has two bodies and she begins walking out into the desert. The same path like she's been doing. She sees like you're just one little tiny creature, right? And she just like shrugs and then just continues doing what she does.
He's going to try to follow her stealthily.
Roll stealth. So I need you to roll me a persuasion, right? To be non-threatening, right?
I've been casting guidance this whole way because this has just been
No,
a bad
no,
day.
this is a straight up roll. Yeah, you've already rolled guidance on your stealth. because you are attempting to sneak. This is just how she interprets you following her. All right. She views you as no threat to her. And you blotch it, right? Your horse literally whinnies like, "Ee!" And she like turns and like looks at you confused, and she just keeps marching, right, through the endless desert. She is currently heading south, west. Kortek, buddy, you are currently at the spring. What's up is just up. Almach is just is doing okay, right? How long are you going to stay at the spring?
I think that just enough so everyone is awake and can actually travel by themselves. And,
Everybody can.
yeah, and then I'll look at them and just like, yeah, we need to go to the ruins. We cannot stay in an open desert like this.
So my question to you is, are you going to push yourselves? Are you going to exhaust yourselves? Take one level of exhaustion.
No.
Because during this time, you've already made one survival roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm asking, are you going to push yourselves to march, right?
No. I'll just take my time with it because I know both of them are hurt. So.
Okay.
Yep. So survival again?
So no survival, because it's not nighttime yet. So we have Almach and What's Up, who are currently speaking in Orcish. You can try to incite what they're saying. We get the scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. They are currently discussing how to reward you properly for saving their lives.
Well, I pretend I didn't notice it. And
so your insight, they're talking, right? They're like, Almach's like suggesting like that we should give him like when we get back to the kingdom of or city of Ravenshaven, they should like reward you with like buying you like a mastercraft weapon, or they're like pointing towards their swords. I mean, you're literally getting an interpretation as they're like talking about their weapons, right? Like, should we get them like a new weapon or something like that? And it's like, maybe we should like do this and that, and like gems. You're getting like this distinct insight as you're eavesdropping, as they're speaking in Orcish on how to reward you.
All right. Well, Cortex smiles lightly because he understands, but he doesn't want to give it off, so he just, pretends he doesn't understand it. And, he looks at them and just like, should we continue? I think we really should go to the tomb and get shelter there for a while.
They nod in agreement. They both look bad. Let's be clear here. They both look bad. Yeah. They kind of look to you for guidance because they are in no position to risk one way or the other. In their current dire situation, they're looking for you to guide them because they only got slivers of health.
Yeah. I look at them and just like, let's continue. Let's not push ourselves. Take your time. If you need to rest, let me know, and let's just keep traveling. Of course, I restocked the water and everything in the spring and make sure we're good to go.
Excellent. The cool water. So they like wash and start picking out the brambles that are in their flesh, and they start like washing themselves and bandaging them. It helps somewhat, but not as much as you think it should. Mm-hmm. Is there any? Are you going to do any setup of watches, or are you going to sleep? Because currently you guys are in a really safe spot right now.
Okay, so I do know that this is a safe spot, right?
Oh yeah, you rolled a 20. Above a 20.
So, I'll just rest with them and then continue travel on the next day. And as soon as I wake up, I'll actually... during this time, I had several short rests, right?
Yes. You had, I think, 3 hours of short rests, and then you marched for 8 hours, And then you've rested for another 8 hours as night fell, right? Because we need to go over to Ulfgar, who's currently following the Giantess, who doesn't view him as a threat. And she's going to need some rest here soon as well.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to let you know that every time I can possibly heal any of them, I will. So just they get in better shape. So in that time span, I don't know how many cure wounds you're going to make an average I can cast.
I think it's first level spells is once per short rest, right?
Yeah.
Or is it long rest? You have to look. Show me the feet.
I need to see the feet, actually.
Yeah. Check the feet. We might have been abusing it. I'm not quite sure. It might be once per long rest.
Yeah, it's a long rest, yeah.
So, yeah, we might have been abusing that a little bit. So, I was probably thinking of wizards or sorcerers.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even check it. It's my fault as well. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've been abusing it. We'll get that, okay?
All right, so let's say I couldn't heal them for this long rest, and they will just stay the way they are. And let's just keep traveling that way.
Excellent. Anything else? Did you want to talk to them? Did you have anything that you wanted to say?
Well, I just look at them and just like, I'm really trying to get you guys safe back to the city, but I think we should just shelter in the ruins. I also have a suspicion that you should deposit something in the statue that gathers treasure, because I did, and I'm able to heal normally. So I think that might be the problem with you. That's the only reason I'm going towards the ruins right now. So as soon as we're able to do that, we'll just just continue to the city. I'm really sorry we cannot save any more of your companions, but it's too risky, especially with the giant.
Cortex, roll me a persuasion. So they listen to you, right? But they like quickly fall asleep as you're monologuing, right? They're exhausted, right? It's not that they're being rude or inconsiderate. It's just that they're like so tired, right?
Yeah, I completely understand.
Yeah. Your natural healing outpaces them, and they quickly just like fall asleep as you're like talking, right?
As they sleep, I'll just keep watch on our surroundings, and then when one of them wake up, I'll rest.
Excellent. The night passes by for you, Cortec, and your party, due to your amazing survival roll, uneventfully. However, we still have a missing body in action. Ulfgar. Ulfgar, this giantess, comes to a tree, throws two bodies up, right? Whoosh, whoosh. The bodies land and begin bleeding down upon the tree. She kind of like leans back against the tree, clearly exhausted from her days of work. And she begins to like nod off, viewing you as no threat at all.
Good. He's not going to do anything to cause her to think that he is a threat. But he wants to look at this tree. Can he see Cortec in this tree?
Roll me a perception. Blah, blah. Oh yeah. Not only do you not see him, you also see like some of their clothing had been ripped off. And as you're following the things, you also notice like there's some items that have been dropped off, like some chinks of armor. You also see a trail of them leading away from this tree. You quickly identify it. It will require a survival roll because you're on horseback. You can easily follow their trail. It will require a survival roll, however.
He's going to and cast guidance if he can on the survival roll. Because again, he's had a bad time of it.
One. 1. Oh.
Close enough.
Oh, okay.
He does still have. He can
die.
use locate objects again. So if he starts to lose their tracks, he's gonna try to locate objects again.
Okay. So you were on the trail, and then you start, yeah. Any time that you had once had has been lost. And now I need you to roll me a die 6. Six.
Yep.
6. Roll me
Nope.
a die 6. Roll me a die. Yes. Oh, story time.
Did the wyverns catch up to me? They did, didn't they?
Yes. Amazing. Ulfgar, buddy, roll me a percentage dice. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I need percentage dice. Oh. Yes. Excellent. Ulfgar, roll me a perception as you see something in the distance. Ulfgar, you see 2 wyverns off in the distance. They are currently banking towards your direction. What do you do? I mean, did you think that they were just going to let you run around? It's almost like they're hunting you, Ulfgar. It's almost like they're hunting you.
This is so great.
This is amazing. I was not expecting this. You know, so this is a percentage of a percentage of a percentage. Ulfgar, you are a wyvern magnet. Congratulations. And not only that, but you've discovered its power of the item that it wants. What do you do, Ulfgar? What do you do as you're racing through the endless desert on horseback? I don't know how you're going to get out of this one, buddy. I mean, it's possible. Tell me how you're trying to elude these animals, right? These wyverns.
Is it clear that they've spotted him?
No, they're currently just going your direction. So the percentage dice was, are they heading towards you or away from you? Currently, in their current trajectory of flying, they're heading towards you. So it's a percentage of a percentage of a percentage. They have not spotted you yet. You still have time because you were able to perceive them. What do you do?
The only thing I think he can do is try and hide.
Excellent. How are you doing this?
He's going to find. Is there like a rock or anything that he can hide? What does his surroundings look like?
That's a good question. Well, it's currently.
And how far away is the sandstorm from him?
So you are okay. Let's just bring everybody to the overland map. Right? Let's bring everybody over to the overland map. Okay. Currently, right? Currently, you have just discovered the tree, right? I'm not sure why it's not rotating over. There it is. The tree is right here, right? You are currently following their tracks. You are so close to them, it's not funny. You are literally one survival roll away. But during your travels towards them, following them, I have bad news. You have this encounter of somebody who's been chasing after you. You've literally just been in this 4-foot square hex. Just it hasn't been very far at all, but you've been in this 4 square hex area. So what are you guys? how are you stealthy?
He's going to.
So to be clear, this is a skill challenge, right? The
Yes.
wyverns are coming at you. You're if you stop riding, right? So you could either do one or two things. You try several things, but you're suggesting stealth, right? I mean, there's you could attempt to outpace them, right? You try to do many things besides just hiding. Just to be clear here, because this is going to become a skill challenge, right?
He's going to. The way that they were going, does it look like they were headed towards the ruins?
You're not quite sure. They could have been circling it. Currently, the trajectory is right. So you are coming towards this direction, right?
Yeah.
So they were lost. You lost them in the ruins. So they are literally just 4 miles away from the ruins. You know that they're hunting you, right?
Yeah, but I also know that they were. When I got to the ruins, they veered off from the sandstorm.
Yes.
He's gonna try to make a break for the sandstorm again, I guess.
Roll me a survival as you begin. Here's a wonderful question. Are you going to take a level of exhaustion?
He's gonna have to, I think.
Yep. Roll it. Excellent. Excellent. Ulfgar, buddy, these dice are going to kill you. I don't have to do anything. Take 1 level of exhaustion as you make it towards the ruins, right? The sandstorm, of course, is still blowing, unnaturally so. However, instead of losing the wyverns, you draw them towards you. Right? So you had lost them previously in the sandstorm. However, you're very confident that the wyverns are currently... you literally led them to where your hideout is. Yeah. What do you do? Do you ride down into the depths of the tomb? Or what do you do? Exhausted and going down into the tomb that you just awoken. This has only been, 8 hours? Let's see here, 1 hour, 2 hours. So because you have a horse, you can make 2 hexes per day. Because it's you getting on the horse and off the horse and on the horse, off the horse. This increases your travel time. But not for people who are on foot who only travel 1 hex. So, what do you do, buddy? Do you go into the depths? Or do you try to escape the wyverns?
He's gonna try to go in to the depths. He's going to try to sneak in once he gets to the entrance and go into that same room.
Hey man, do you ever feel like you're going in circles? Do you ever feel like you're going in circles?
Every single game session.
You literally just did a loop. Literally got nothing done. Got absolutely nothing done. Just doing a one big circle.
Now, come on, don't be unfair. He discovered his artifact.
That is true. That is true.
But this is literally how every session has gone for Ulfgar. His main goal has nothing to do with what he's been doing this whole campaign. He's just been going in circles from one form or another.
I love you, man. I love you. I wish you'd jump on your storyline, but you don't seem to want to go there.
What storyline?
Hey, man. I mean, it's up to you what you want to do. I don't make you do anything. I don't make you do anything. So as you descend, right? As you descend into the depths of the cold earth. Cortec, buddy. Ulfgar, right? He exhausted himself. He pushed himself to the limits. You are rested, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are fully healed up, I believe.
Yes.
You have your spell back. Your two companions are rested, right? They have no fatigue or anything like that. However, they do not heal. What do you do?
Well, we're moving towards the ruins.
Roll me survival.
Yep. Oh, God.
Let's see if you stumble upon the wyverns.
Ooh.
That'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious. By the way, you have aid as What's Up and Amak aid you.
All right. Well,
Awesome.
yeah, I rolled a 23. Yep.
Awesome. You entered into the sandstorm, right? As the party finally gets back together. You rolled above a 20. The wyverns are not there, oddly enough.
Well, okay. I didn't know they would be there anyway. So
Yeah,
for me, it's
yeah.
just, well,
So it's a sandstorm, right? It's whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
okay. Well, we'll go inside the tomb.
This is where everybody meets up. You guys
Oh,
are.
God.
Is this the end of the session? We finally
God,
meet
yeah,
up, and
yeah.
then that's it.
Well, actually, we got 15 more minutes. Yeah. As you both stumble down into the depths, right? Tell me what you guys are doing.
Well, first thing I do is I bring What's Up and Amak to the treasure room. And I tell them to deposit something in the statue and see what happens.
They do so. Yay, everybody's together again. Yay!
All right, and
I almost feel like Ulfgar should have hid in the ruins and just waited.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, they deposit something and then I tell them to rest.
Yes. Well, as you descend, right? Just make sure and be clear here. I need a percentage roll. Who is going to roll me that sweet, sweet percentage roll?
Should I?
I don't know who feels incredibly lucky.
Well,
I'll roll it. The dice have not been in your favor all night, so I'll
I
roll
don't
it.
think it's been in
All
anybody's favor except for mine. I've loved this night's session. That's a good roll.
There we
That's
go.
A good roll. There we
nice.
go.
Jesus Christ.
As you descend into the tomb, it begins to get cold. Your luck. It says your luck. You guys are amazing. At least we're back at the tomb together.
Oh my God. Well, I guess if the saying that bad things come in the same amount as good things, well, we're gonna be pretty lucky at some point.
I love you guys. Are you guys having fun? Just be clear here. You guys are having fun, right? You guys
Lots
keep
of
pushing
it.
you guys. Okay. So I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting this. Yeah. Everybody place yourself as you guys descend.
Well, I can only see the doors.
Refresh.
All right.
Ulfgar, you take 1 level of exhaustion.
Yep.
However, you are now able to heal.
Okay. Did Amak and What's Up were they able to deposit something in the statue before we did this?
That's a good question. Roll me a die 20. Highs they did, lows they didn't. I
Okay.
think that's your answer.
Okay, well, so as it starts to get cold, I'll just put everything inside the room with the horse, close the door shut, and, well, brace yourselves. Something might be coming, I guess.
Shh.
And, well,
Oh, that's a good idea.
As soon as you come in and open the door, Ulfgar shushes you and tries to be quiet, tells you to be quiet.
all right. Well, everyone closes the door and be quiet.
Excellent. This is amazing. Let's see here. So everybody goes into the same room, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's make sure I got everybody. So this is all before you guys go into the treasure room and deposit anything, right? What room are you hiding in?
We're all hiding in the room that Ulfgar's in.
Interesting. Okay, I think I need to refresh the page. It's not pasting. It's not pasting my tokens. I'm not sure why. Yep, copy. There we are. Not sure why it's not doing it. I may have to refresh. I'm going to have to refresh.
Yep. Every token is like tripled for us.
Oh, you're seeing it? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see
any
shit.
tokens.
Yeah.
You don't? Oh, I see mine and I see What's Up and Ulfgar. There's like 3 of them.
Yeah, go ahead and refresh. Because that is really weird. It's not... There it goes. Okay. So it was doing it. It's just... There we go. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go.
What?
Paste. Do you see tokens now? Oh my goodness gracious! Roll 20. What's going on here? What's going on? I should be able to copy and paste quite easily. Done it before.
Yeah, I still don't see tokens. I just see Ulfgar and the horse.
Yeah. For me, only Ulfgar is there. Let's try... Okay, now I'm there as well.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm going to paste again. There it goes. Okay, all right. Maybe it just had to reload everything. I don't know. That was weird. Fix it, roll 20. Fix it. I'm not sure what was going on there. So this cold begins creeping in under the cracks of the circular doors. Yeah. Cortec, I believe you need to roll me a stealth.
All right. This can be tragic.
Don't forget your inspiration.
Nah, it's fine.
Excellent.
I guess.
From outside the door, you hear this light buzzing sound, like bzzz. And then it slowly fades away as it passes by the door and then disappears. It's still cold. It's still cold. but nothing else happens. What do you guys do?
Ulfgar motions for them to wait until it gets warmer.
Well, Cortec nods, even though he likes the cold. And, well, he points to Amak and what's up and says, well, we gotta take care of them for now.
Ulfgar nods, but he just still keeps his motions for them to be quiet while they wait for it to warm up.
An hour passes by, and it remains cold. What do you guys do during this hour?
Ulfgar is going to rest. He's just going to recuperate.
Yeah.
Roll a hit die as you begin to recover. You know that Almak and what's up? They are sitting there and they are not healing.
I'll cast a Cure Wounds on Amak now.
Are you breaking your stealth?
No.
Okay.
Not a chance.
Are you sure?
Yep.
I mean, you've got a spell.
Not a chance.
Are you sure? Okay, all right. What are you guys doing during this hour?
Well, I guess Cortec will just rest.
Ulfgar will nod to Amak and what's up. He's not going to speak, but he's going to make it clear that he's relieved they're still alive and that they'll talk after when they can.
They're not in agreement. You see that Almak... Oh, I forgot to roll for what's up. Yeah. Other than artificial wounds, briars that were sticking into him, neither of them had suffered any scars. Cortec, however, he has this nasty gash on his right leg. A token of the wyverns.
Yeah.
Ulfgar, yeah. Ulfgar, you get a momentary reprieve as you're like recalling these horrible flashbacks of your companions dying, right? And here you are, sitting in the dark, in the cold, inside of a tomb.
If he can, he's also going to meditate on the restored artifacts to see if Gia's nail reveals any of its secrets to him while he waits. To be clear, he's not going to break stealth.
Okay.
But he's going to just meditate on it. But he's not going to break stealth.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah. Well, I guess that while Cortec rests, he'll just like in his head ask Talos why he won't help him. He's dedicating his life to him. He wants to wreak havoc on his name, and and he waits for answers.
Roll me, are you like cursing your god or what? What are you doing?
No. I'm just like praising him and just like I'm waiting for answers. What do I have to do?
Roll me a persuasion.
Come on, guys. Come on.
I mean, your dice have sucked so far. Every time maybe
Right?
you need to get a new god, man. Your god just doesn't seem to like listen to you.
Oh, come on.
In this endless desert, far away from normal storms, right? You're used to the winter, right? The winter, the cold. But in this dusty tomb, there's no reply. There's nothing. Like, you are the furthest away from your god as you can possibly be.
Well, Cortec would just stare at his bowl and, kind of hoping it gives something, but he'll just stare at it for now.
Are you putting anything in it during this hour?
Actually, since it's really cold inside, I'll just put water in it and see what happens.
Excellent. You pour water into it, right? From the spring you got, and the water swirls around, right? Due to the dust that's within the tomb itself, you see the swirling vortex of sand and silt at the bottom of it, and it just swirls around. Roll me a perception as you're staring into this bowl. Excellent. So you do see the swirling sands form like a skull and then disperse again. And go ahead and roll me one more time. Excellent. Excellent. The silt and sand rotate once again, right? And you see a symbol, right? A symbol of your people and a symbol of Talos. And one last thing. One last perception.
Come on. Oh.
A symbol appears in the swirling sands. It appears to be some sort of chair. A chair. I don't know. You don't. You're not quite sure what that is, right? It looks like a chair.
All right. Ulfgar, do you know anything about a symbol that resembles a chair?
He's gonna shake his head no.
Okay. Well, can I try history to see if I remember
yes.
anything?
Yes, you may.
I mean, Ulfgar thinks he knows what it is, but he's not clearly trying to avoid breaking stuff. Clearly trying to be very, very quiet right
So you think that's not a chair, right? You think that maybe it's what would it be? This is wrong, by the way. This is totally wrong. But this is what your character believes. You think that it might be a baby's crib.
Jesus
There you go.
Christ.
A baby crib. It's a baby's crib. Yeah.
Freaking dumbass noise.
Hey man, you're looking at symbols are misinterpreted all the time. All the time.
Well, okay, so I guess I see a...
Oh, is that a natural one?
No, that was a 2 minus 1.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, well, so I guess that I see a skull, the symbol of my village, and then a baby crib. Well, I gotta make a baby, I guess.
Maybe that's what Talos wants. Maybe that's what he wants.
Okay, well, I think that for now this is it, and Cortec will just swim in his thoughts about what the heck a skull and his village and a baby crib has to do with anything.
That's weird. I'm going to tell you, that's weird too.
Welcome to finding out more about your artifact. 101.
Yeah.
This is what Ulfgar has been going through the entire campaign.
Hey, by the way, this is what, third campaign for Cortec? You think I'm going to give him all the answers? No, I'm going to mess with him as much as possible.
well, nothing more than expected. Well, okay,
Yes.
That's fine. All right.
I mean, that's what your rolls tell you.
Well, I just wanted to know if Amma can. Well, we're still cold, right? And being
Oh,
stealth,
yes. This is just like an hour, right? You guys are just hunkering down. An hour passed by, and it's still cold. So I'm just asking, what are you guys doing during this downtime? Which you guys are still on edge, right? You guys are listening.
Yeah, we're just pretty much, I think, perceptive to any change in our surroundings.
You notice no. And by the way, your like breath continues to it's visible to you.
Mm-hmm.
Another hour passes by. What are you guys doing? It is still cold.
Well,
I guess Ulfgar is going to take another rest.
yeah, and Cortec drinks the water in the bowl and see if something happens.
Okay. You drink a bowl of water and silk and sand. It's a bit gritty, right? It's a bit gritty because it's like dust gets everywhere. But yeah, you're not going to trip balls on water. I'm sorry, man.
Crap.
Yep, not going to trip balls on water.
All right. Okay. So,
Are you guys doing anything else for that hour?
nope, not breaking stealth, not a chance. So I guess we're staying here. We're staying put.
Yes. Yes. After that hour breaks, the room begins to be noticeably warmer.
Okay. Well, Cortec looks to Ulfgar, makes a sign with its head towards the door, and asks if he wants to check the corridor.
So we've been here plenty of times. We've been here when it's normal and when it started to get cold. Does it still feel a little cold? And
So the temperature is rising, right?
Right.
Like it's noticeable. It's just like so when you know that something's wrong, there's a sudden drastic drop in temperature, and your breath actually becomes visible to you. However,
Right.
now that's like starting to warm up again, right? It's starting to actively warm up again. So your breath is slowly starting to disappear, right?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
He's going to he'll give it a little bit for it to finish going back to normal before he moves, but he's going to listen. There's always been the sound of a door sliding open and shut whenever this creature was alerted to our presence. So he's going to...
That's a mighty big assumption. You're thinking one creature.
He's
That's a
going
mighty big assumption.
He's going to listen. He's going to tentatively listen. So if I
Okay.
can roll perception to see if I hear anything. But he's not
Yeah.
going to get up yet. He's not going to break stealth yet.
Okay. So this are you passively listening, right?
Well, we were passively. Now he's going to actively listen.
Like listen to the door. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll it.
Oh man.
That's yeah.
I think that Lucan's pause is just epic.
We will continue this in the next episode. Bye. Everybody say goodbye. Everybody having
Bye-bye.
fun. Bye.